My friends, it looks like Disneyland has a couple of various things in which to touch on this week. They are now providing some details when it comes to unused ticket expiration dates. They were mentioning recently that obviously, with the extended closure, there's a lot of things happening right now all over the place where people have tickets and they don't know what to do with them, annual passes and the like. Disney has mentioned that unused non-promotional single-day Disneyland theme park tickets that expire on December 30th, 2020 or March 31st, 2021 will have the expiration date extended to December 16th, 2021. Wholly unused non-promotional multi-day tickets that expire on January 12th, 2021 and April 13th, 2021 will have the expiration date extended to December 16th, 2021, and the ticket will expire 13 days after the first use or on December 16th, 2021, whichever occurs first. Guests with multi-day tickets who use their first visit between February 28th, 2020 and March 13th, 2020, but did not reach their ticket's maximum number of uses will have the 13-day expiration period of their ticket extended to December 16th, 2021. Expiration dates on eligible tickets will be updated prior to the theme park's reopening. This is good news. I know that there was a lot of concern about, well, what's going to happen to tickets? Well, what's going to happen to annual passes? And even annual passes are still up in the air to a certain degree as to what's going to be happening. If you haven't been contacted already with refund options and things that they are offering based on your level of annual pass. So as they continue to remain closed moving forward, the Disneyland Resort that is, there are some updates now that we can point to for at least standard tickets and multi-day tickets that perhaps you were sitting on or waiting to use moving forward. In some good news this past week, the Off the Page store in Disney California Adventure officially reopened on Buena Vista Street. This was something that everybody was looking forward to, especially as it seems like, Tyler and Katrina, the California Adventure Downtown Disney expansion, as they are calling it, California Adventure pieces that are playing into Downtown Disney are slowly starting to expand, going a little bit further down Hollywood Boulevard. I think this is kind of what we were excited about, the idea of, well, if it works out well to begin with, they're probably going to keep inching forward further and further into the park. I also saw a map the other day of how Downtown Disney has expanded, and I put that in quotes, because it looks like, I think Downtown Disney, they use like the color green down the middle of between the two parks, and it shows that green now dipping into California Adventure. So it's official.
They're like, oh, it's Downtown Disney. There's no park here right now.
Yeah, official on the map. So it's nice to have another store back online.
That's exciting. Mm-hmm. And then I heard they were kind of like inching their way into Adventures Campus, kind of doing little popcorn carts over there. People actually could kind of step foot over there, which is nice. But it's good to see, like, Off the Page. We always love going to Off the Page to see all the artwork and stuff. So it's like, now they closed Wonderground. So this will be nice for people that loved artwork, that are able to like see some stuff and like actually get in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of my favorite shops in California Adventure. And then, yeah, like you said, Wonderground being closed, which is a dang shame. I mean, I feel bad for all the artists that have their stuff in there, and it was one of the more unique places to go, I felt like, because, like, okay, you can go and buy a t-shirt anywhere, but, like, you know, it was cool to see so many artists do different interpretations of all these different characters that you know and love. Mm-hmm. And so I'm glad it's open, and hopefully that more and more keep going.
Do you think they're going to actually expand inside Off the Page into
the animation building?
Yeah. Do you think they're going to open that and make it a bigger store?
I don't see why not.
More money.
Yeah. Lots more space to go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
See, look at that.
If you're a fan of Downtown Disney expanding or California Adventure just getting a little bit more of the Downtown Disney lion's share, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Leave it in the comment section down below if you are excited about the prospect of moving further into California Adventure, at least for the time being, with the Downtown Disney expansion. In other news, it looks like there is a new regional stay-at-home order that will likely be affecting the Disneyland Resort very soon, as issued by the California Governor Gavin Newsom. He has announced this new regional stay-at-home order this past week, and according to predictions from the state of California, Orange County and the rest of the Southern California region will meet the criteria that he has mentioned for the stay-at-home order, all sort of being positioned around ICU capacity. and they may meet this criteria, Orange County, by early December. So that's right now, and there's an anticipation that this is going to continue to increase and lock things down even further. The regional stay-at-home order would be in effect for 3 weeks after the trigger, and instructs Californians to stay at home as much as possible to limit the mixing of other households that can lead to the COVID-19 spread. It allows access and travel for critical services and allows outdoor activities to preserve Californians' physical and mental health. It's so nice that they're trying to consider mental health now. The limited closure will help stop the surge and prevent overwhelming regional ICU capacity. This is all what he's claiming going into this new mandate. As it relates to related operations at the Disneyland Resort, the following restrictions will be in place. Retail offerings will be allowing indoor operation at 20% capacity with entrance metering and no eating or drinking in the stores. Additionally, special hours should be instituted for seniors and others with chronic conditions or compromised immune systems. Shopping centers in general allow indoor operation at 20% capacity under this mandate with entrance metering and no eating or drinking in the stores. And then hotels and lodging allowed to open for critical infrastructure support only. And restaurants are being pushed into a category with this mandate, allowing only for takeout, pickup, or delivery. Now, this is something that also attaches to what Disney just announced, and that is the Disney Vacation Club wing of the Grand Californian Hotel and Spa was going to be reopening as we speak. So this was going to be reopening this coming week and was going to be a part of sort of the hotel offerings finally coming back online at the Disneyland Resort. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's going to happen, as now Disney has announced they are going to take a look at this stay-at-home order and how it's going to impact things overall, and so they are going to delay this Disney Vacation Club reopening after all. So for how long, we're not exactly sure. However, as with everything that has come from the California governor, it continues to push Disney down this road they've never been in. There is not a great relationship between the Disneyland Resort and the California state government right now. There has been lawsuits from assembly members of the state of California against the governor over some of these mandates, some of which he's lost and has been considered unconstitutional. So there's a lot of things in the mix at the moment, and whether or not Orange County abides by these rules is also still up in the air, as we have seen with LA County clamping down on indoor dining and then saying no more to outdoor dining as well. There are now some cities that fall under the LA County guidance that have said, absolutely not. We are going to stick with outdoor dining, because a lot of these businesses have gone to great lengths to spend thousands of dollars to set up proper CDC approved guidelines for outdoor dining. And if it's outside and everybody's taking the precautions they're supposed to be taking, I thought that was enough. So now we have cities that are also saying no, some counties that are saying we're going to govern by our own guidance and our own recommendations. So there's a lot that can still happen on this front. So we want to make sure that that's very clear. But knowing that now further restrictions are being put in place, this now also means that more people are being furloughed again. So that's really unfortunate. We've seen that come this week, along with a new string of layoffs that have come across Disney. Who I thought was left in terms of my friends, I'm watching them all this week say goodbye officially. So that continues to happen on top of all of this. Disney Vacation Club reopening was, I thought, kind of a sign of hope, seeing that they were coming back online, kind of how they did out in Florida to begin with. But now knowing that we're likely about to be in this new phased lockdown, a new unique lockdown, which to its credit gives a little bit more ability for flexibility. It is still a situation where Disney is pulling back yet again and delaying things.
Oh, man, that's really sad. It's like a bummer, man, because I agree with you. When they're opening for DVC only, it was kind of a glimmer of hope, just like a little spark. Mm-hmm. But then again, like with what's going on in California, I don't blame them, and it's an easy pull. Honestly, like the restaurants were going to be opening, there was no stores opening up in at the hotel. There was literally going to be nothing involved, besides like rooms. So it's a bummer, because I don't want to see those people like they had a job for a second,
Right.
and then it was like yanked away.
Gone again. Yeah.
And that's really frustrating to see. And I get it's just an easy out. They're like, okay, I don't think this should be opening yet, but it's still a shame and like what's going on with all the restaurants and stuff, because like who knows like what's gonna happen. Like all these, like if downtown Disney closes all their restaurants, it's horrible.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they were able to come back online in a limited capacity to begin with. Downtown Disney has seen, you know, huge demand since it returned because there's nothing to do anywhere in these counties. There's nothing really allowable. Downtown Disney being mostly outside anyway helps, which is why California Adventure's expansion into Buena Vista Street helped, because it's all mostly outside. And knowing that we're now going in this direction of a new mandate, a new stay-at-home order, with, again, who knows what the counties are going to do in terms of reacting and fighting and doing their own regulations, because we've seen this. We've seen this story before. We've witnessed all this before. So who knows where this is going to go? But as of right now, this puts Disney back in a position to have to pull back, delay things, stop stuff from happening, shut things down again. All while there was I think what was happening was being done appropriately and being done the right way. You know, we saw out in Walt Disney World during our most recent trip here a couple days ago just how well things were being done, and we've talked about this, you know, at length here, where they haven't even really been given an opportunity to showcase that they can do what they say they can do in the theme parks. So they're just sticking with the outdoor dining, and they're sticking with the retail, and they're monitoring how many people can come into this space to begin with. So now it's going to be reduced even further again. So now we're like back to, you know, the early summer numbers where they had to reduce everything down to a much more minuscule amount. Tough to see it happen yet again. The start-stop thing really sucks for people that think they have a job and then all of a sudden they don't again.
Oh yeah, it's horrible for everybody that is in the industry. I you know, my heart goes out to all the cast members and just even management and stuff at this point, because it's got to be so difficult to deal with, and just like I hear these crushing things every day. At the same time, in my head, I'm just kind of like, well, the numbers are getting worse than they've ever been before, and you know, something needs to be done. But I just don't. It's like being stuck between a rock and a hard place, because there's really no good answer for any of this stuff, I feel like. And no matter what we do, we're sacrificing something. So if you're a small business owner and you're not a billionaire, then you're in big trouble. It's like, it's really scary, and
tough
I feel
situation
bad
for everybody.
Yeah.
Yep. Disneyland is also issuing a statement when it comes to Grad Night. Disneyland Grad Night updates have come our way finally, and now we are seeing that it's officially canceled for 2021. I feel so bad for those high school seniors that have had to live through this year. They didn't get to spend much of their second half of their semester, their final few months of their senior year. They didn't even get to spend it with their friends.
Yeah.
It looks like Grad Night into 2021 is being canceled. Disneyland Resort issued the following statement saying, "Thank you for your interest in Grad Night 2021 at the Disneyland Resort. The recently released state guidelines related to theme parks put us in limbo regarding a reopening timeline in the foreseeable future, and therefore we are unable to move forward with Grad Night 2021. We know how disappointing this will be to the many graduates who are looking forward to celebrating at the Disneyland Resort, and we thank you for your understanding during these challenging and unprecedented times. We look forward to celebrating with your students in years to come." Grad Night, a rite of passage in California at the Disneyland Resort. Walt Disney World got rid of theirs a couple years ago. However, it's remained kind of a staple of the Disneyland Resort experience, and it's really sad because so many high schools, this is what they do. This is where they go. This is a way to, you know, sort of celebrate things to an end. And now 2021 also pulling the plug on that early.
I do have to say, if there are any seniors listening, and I'm not trying to poo-poo on what you just said, because I agree it is sad. It's very sad that things can't just be normal. I get it, but Grad Night was something that seemed very romantic to me my whole high school career, and then when I finally got to go, by about 2 a.m, I was like, I just want to go to bed now. I just want to go to bed. And you know, so Grad Night seems like a really cool thing, and it was. I'm glad that I went, like you said, rite of passage. But at the same time, don't don't be too upset, seniors. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
It'll be okay. Honestly, Disneyland is better on just a normal day than it is.
Wasn't it a free ticket to go in, or you have to pay for it?
No,
okay.
you pay.
Schools pay.
Schools pay.
Yeah.
I thought my
depends.
parents paid.
Yeah, well, it depends. It depends on your school. I was going to say, like,
Okay.
some schools will foot the bill based on, like, what do they call
Like
it?
offset
Cast
the cost.
activities and stuff, or cast that's Disneyland. Student activities, like student activities union, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes they budget for it. I know my school did. However, I know that there are situations where some schools are like, you want to go, you're going to pony up the dough also.
Mm, At that point, I just buy my own ticket and go on my own sweet time.
Yeah, probably enjoyed a lot.
Yeah, because that's the thing is they don't do fast passes. They're so crowded. It's like super crowded. At least the night I went was just so crowded. And then they put these really fun, awesome dance clubs everywhere that really just mean that they're blasting music and it's 3:00 in the morning and you're
He
like,
has an
I'm
old
just
man
trying
heart.
to sleep. I
just want to go
I just want to go to bed.
There's loud noises. I just want to go to bed.
I mean, it's the longest line. I waited in line for Indiana Jones for like 3.5 hours.
Oh my
that
gosh.
sounds great. Super fun while you talk to your friends that you see every day.
Yeah. Yeehaw.
So we did literally like 3 rides and that was it. And I was
He literally poo-pooed all over this poor 2021 grad night.
You didn't go to any of the dance clubs?
We walked past them.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it was
No boogieing on down
listen,
for you.
I don't know. I can listen to Kiss FM on the radio. I don't need to have him blasting music right in my face at Disneyland.
Oh, this curmudgeon, my goodness. Well,
Sorry.
Disneyland.
I'm trying to make people feel better.
You're not missing out on much, is
You're
what
not
he's
missing
saying.
out. Disneyland's better on a normal day. Just saying.
I don't know if you've ever been to grad night. Leave it in the comments down below. Give this video a big like if you are a fan of the grad night experience. We'd love to hear from you as well.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.